Hi, all. It is Tuesday, March 24th, and I am coming to you from my office. This video is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm doing it in between tasks here, so I don't just have an hour to sit here and chat. Today's topic is doing what we can, doing what we're capable of, doing what we're able to do, with the caveat of it is enough. It is very easy in a time of crisis to feel completely overwhelmed, to feel like nothing I'm doing is enough, it's not good enough, or to fall into, wow, I should be doing so much more, whatever that is you think you should be doing. And as I've already been teaching and encouraging, stop, take a breath, ground yourself, and remind yourself that what you are doing is enough. Chances are you're doing your best. Chances are you're doing as much as you can, given your health, given your energy level, given your other responsibilities, given your situation in life. Chances are you are doing the best you can. Most human beings do the best they can. And of course, it can still feel like, oh, but somehow I should be doing more. I really encourage you to slow that process down and question it. Question it. When your monkey mind starts to jabber at you about, oh no, that's not enough, that's not good enough, do this other thing, whether it be personally, professionally, socially, whatever, like whatever realm, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. If your monkey mind is starting to chatter at you, basically saying it's not enough or you're not good enough, we've got to question that. Where's that coming from? And chances are it's old stuff, it's old voices, it's outside demands. It's probably not coming from like your personal heart and gut. Now, if you go within and actually feel like, oh, I need to do this, or I want to do this, or I'm feeling pulled to do this, then keep sitting with that. That might be real, that might be genuine, that might be something for you. However, if the pressure feels like out there, like this outside pressure coming in on you of, oh my gosh, you gotta do blah, blah, blah. Discard that. Discard. Unless you can feel it from within you. And the key to sorting that out is usually some time and some quiet. Grounding. Ground yourself. Calm yourself. Ask again. See where that voice is coming from. See where that urgency is coming from. In general, most of us do not do well taking action out of an external urgency. That is typically, it's not the right energy, it's not the right authority, it's not the right guidance. It doesn't usually go well. And with the current coronavirus situation, COVID-19, there's a lot of urgency out there. There's a lot of feeling of emergency. And oh my gosh, Mark Silver, my Heart of Business leader, I was just on a call and he said this so perfectly. I have to share it. What he said was, and he's a trained EMT. He worked many years as an EMT. What he said was that the COVID-19 situation is not a first responder emergency. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's right. He's right. Like he said, the sirens aren't going off. There's not a building in rubble. This isn't a hurricane coming off the coast. This is not, the COVID-19 emergency is not right here, right now. It's not a first responder emergency. This is a protracted emergency, which we're not used to dealing with, which I've been saying on all my videos. In America, the vast majority of us have no idea how to handle an infectious epidemic situation. We've never had to deal with that. Now, For those of you that were kids in the time of polio, that's a similar type of thing. Hopefully not as devastating. Similar to what we're dealing with now. It was an infectious agent. There was a lot of uncertainty. A lot of social changes happened to attempt to manage and control it at the time. Just like now, we're attempting these social changes to attempt to manage this infection rate. But most of us, I didn't grow up with anything like that. I'm 50. So, and of course, anybody younger than me has no experience with that. So we've got a whole lot of people that just don't know what to do. And we're used to emergencies being the burning building down the street. We're used to emergencies being a bomb just went off or a shooting just happened. See, that's a pinpoint moment in time. You can point at it and go, there is the emergency. This is not that situation. So I think we need to keep that in mind. And of course, we're going to have a crisis reaction in our bodies. But the problem is there is no thing to point at and say, oh, there's the burning building. It's like, where's the problem? And that's kind of part of, like, when I was driving to my office today, part of my brain's like, everything looks okay. I know it's not, but like the birds are singing, the sun's in the, clouds are in the sky, the sun's out, it's pleasant. And there's a crisis. Like, it's a little bit of like a head game to really go, wow, yeah, there really is a major crisis going on and everything looks fine. So it messes with your head a little bit. Which brings us back to, what in the world do we do? What we do is doing what we can. So, my doing what I can was to get up this morning, take care of my animals, take a shower, get dressed, and come to my office. That's what I could do today. That's what I did today. I had a telephone session, I had an in-person session, and then I had a break for my business call that was already prearranged. And now I have several more people scheduled. My last one is going to be a telephone session, I know for sure. The next three, well, I know my 4 o'clock's a new person, that's in person. 5 and 6, I think, are in person. And then my 7's going to be a telephone. So I'm doing what I can. And there's a little part of me going, oh, I need to do more. What else do I need to do? And I have to keep reminding myself, I'm doing what I can. I'm here for my clients. I'm being here for my clients. I'm making this video, so I'm staying in touch with my distance folks that are utilizing support from me. So, and I kept my time block to be on my business call so that I'm getting the support I need on my business practical end to keep moving in the directions I need to move in professionally. And there's also a lot of heart care in that group too. So yes, I do it for my business development, but I also do it for myself. There's always a lot of good life wisdom. Like I said, Mark said that amazing, this is not a first responder emergency, and that, like, bing, was so helpful. Okay. Doing what you can. Do what you can. And affirm to yourself that it is enough. If you're doing what you can today is taking care of your kids, making a couple meals, cleaning up your house, doing some chores, that's awesome. That's doing what you can. If you're an essential worker and you went to work today, that's doing what you can. If you're having your own therapy appointment, if you're tending to your own medical or mental health care, good for you. That is doing what you can. If you got out for a drive or a walk in some fresh air by yourself, cool. That is doing what you can. if you're playing with your animals, if you're working with some plants, if you're preparing your garden area, that's awesome. That's awesome. At least here in Maryland, it is not raining today, so today would be a good day for a little outdoor time. That is doing what you can. Ground, ground, ground. Center yourself, take a breath, and move on to the next thing. And when you need a break, take a break. Take as many breaks as you need to. It is fine. It is fine. Do what you can. Know it's enough. And rest. Okay, until tomorrow.